Hi, yeah, I wanted to just review the documentation handbook for a second. It's located in the week 7 folder, and I would recommend using the table of contents to find information that you need. I just wanted to review the rules for works cited. Okay, so there's some general rules on page 8. So MLA, okay, it's conventions, and I would recommend reading these conventions. So make sure to follow each of these elements. We want to set our page up properly. The sources need to be alphabetized, and the titles need to be properly capitalized, even if the original source doesn't have them capitalized. So you will need to revise that. It tells you the rules for if you have more than 2 authors, or for 2 authors, and if you don't have a publication date, then you would need to add a date of access for the online sources. So that's the basic elements of the works cited. And then looking at the in-text citations, let's look at the basic rules. Okay, so the MLA, we're using MLA for purposes of the quiz. In addition to having the works cited list at the end of your paper, you have to give credit to the sources that are used in your writing. So in order to do it correctly, you need to include whatever the first word is in the works cited entry. Usually it's the author's name, but if you don't have an author, it might be the title. So if you cite the author's name in your sentence, you would cite only page numbers in parentheses at the end of the sentence. But what we're looking for is that the author's name is cited in the text. What we're looking for is that the author's name is cited in the text, and the author's name needs to be in parentheses. And if there is no author, then we would include the first few words of the title. So if we look at this works cited at the end of the handbook, we know that in the body of the paper we're going to need to see Coppola, Eiermann, Ha, Her, Ho, Tai, etc. So, and again, if there is no author, then whatever the first word of the works cited is, which would be the title, that's what would need to be cited in the body of the paper. So if Coppola, for example, is missing in the body of the paper, then that source has not been correctly cited.